Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a Doctor Interested podcast, where we explore topics related to health, medicine, and wellness. I'm your host, Sifa, and today we're diving into the topic of exercise physiology and how our bodies are able to burn carbs and fat. Imagine this scenario. There are two people running side by side. They are running at the same pace, same distance. There is one key difference. One person is burning mostly fat, however, the other person is burning mostly carbs. Why is there a difference? Is this magic? Well, actually, I did some research on this lately, and this isn't magic at all. It's actually just metabolic science. To understand this, there are these 5 key factors that you need to know. The first factor is intensity. To properly understand intensity, it's basically when you are doing something at a lower intensity, like a walk or like jog, your body is going to tend to burn mostly fat. But as soon as you increase that intensity, your body is going to switch into burning carbs. This switch from fat to carbs is called the crossover concept. It's actually pretty interesting when you understand it. The next factor is the duration of your workout, or how long you're working out for. So at the beginning of your workout, your body is going to grab carbs first because they're such a quick energy source. But after duration of 45 minutes, the glycogen in your body or the stored carbs are going to run low. And that's when your body switches from carbs to fat. And this is why endurance athletes experience this phenomenon called hitting the wall, where they run out of carbs faster than their body can, so their body switches to fat. To prevent this, you can bring a light snack before long workouts. This snack could be a light banana or a granola bar to help your body keep energy flowing. The next factor up is oxygen availability. This factor can be properly understood by splitting it up into 2 terms, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic is something that requires oxygen, and anaerobic is something that can go with or without oxygen. So where does fat and carbs relate to this? Well, fat needs oxygen to burn, so it's going to be considered an aerobic process, while carbs, on the other hand, can be used with or without oxygen, which is considered an anaerobic process. So that's why during intense workouts, your breathing tends to become fast or shallow, as your body can't get enough oxygen to burn fat quickly enough, so it tends to lean more on carbs. So doing steady cardio, like walking, swimming, or jogging, can help your body use fat more efficiently and help you keep your pace steady and your breathing more controlled. The fourth factor is hormones. So things like insulin, adrenaline, cortisol, and many more. All of these things affect whether your body picks to burn fat or carbs. So after eating, insulin tends to spike and tells your body to store or use carbs. And it even happens while you work out, as hormones like adrenaline or glucagon rise and help break down fat. But when your body is in chronic stress or it is in lack of sleep, cortisol levels tend to rise. And cortisol is a stress hormone, which makes your body more tending to rely more on carbs and store extra fat. This extra fat can be found mostly in your belly area and tends to get your body to increase in its weight. So to avoid this, it is recommended that you get enough sleep, you manage your stress, and you eat balanced meals, and all of this can help your body pick the right fuel. And finally, the last factor is your training level. So when you're first starting out, your body isn't going to be as efficient at burning fat yet, and that's totally fine. But as you become more consistent with your training, the better your body gets at burning fat. And over time, your cells tend to build more mitochondria, which is considered the powerhouse of the cell. And not only do they burn fat, but they also help you work harder. This adaptability is called metabolic flexibility. Basically, it just means the more you train, the smarter your body gets at saving carbs for those high intensity moments, while leaning on fat for steady energy. And the bonus, you recover faster too. So before we wrap up, let's recap all the factors mentioned. The first one we talked about was intensity. So it's basically just whenever you're doing a low intensity workout, your body prefers to burn more fat, and as the intensity increases, your body shifts to using carbs. And the second one was the duration of your workout, as when you do shorter sessions, your body is going to use carbs. And as those durations tend to increase, your body is going to switch into using fat as the glycogen storages tend to decrease. The third one we looked at was oxygen availability, as fat metabolism needs oxygen, while carbs can be used even when oxygen is limited. So the more oxygen you have, the more fat you can burn. And the fourth one we talked about was hormones, as they play a big role in which fuel your body picks. So having balanced hormones like lower insulin levels and higher adrenaline, it can help support fat burning. But things like sleep stress, and diet all can influence your hormonal state and fuel usage. And finally, training status. The more consistently you train, the better your body gets at using fat more efficiently, even when in those intense efforts. So what does this all mean for you? It actually all just depends on your goal and what you're trying to get out of exercising. If your goal is to burn fat, then focus more on low intense workouts and longer duration workouts, as you are able to control your breathing more often throughout the entire workout. But if your goal is to build more strength, speed, or performance, then you're naturally going to rely more on carbs. Either is fine. It all depends on what you want to get out of